Hi Pisces, welcome to your week ahead tarot with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. Quick note, my readings are for your sun, moon and ascendant signs. So whether you're a sun, moon or rising signs, Pisces, this is for you. And I always advise that you watch all three to get a clearer, more complete picture of how they're going to speak to you. With that said, remember they are general readings. Not everything's going to resonate with everybody, and that is just fine. You should always use your own discernment. Before we start, as always, I would like to bless my deck of cards with all forms of love, like peace, prosperity and abundance. And I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise, and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. For your key to the week this week, you've got the Magician card. This is you going for it, right? No hold back. No holds barred. This is you releasing yourself out into the world in some way, shape or form. It sees you really tapping into your own personal power to get something done or to see something through to completion. The thing with the Magician card is, I often say, like with the Fool card, this is pure potential, pure power. Whereas the Magician card is that power given a focus, right? So it looks like a lot of you have been really tapping into your own inner energies, and now you've got something that you want to focus on or something that you want to manifest. This is where it starts to happen. This is about you doing the energetic sort of work on that deeper level. It's also a lot of you really taking a look at what your next level looks like and stepping into those shoes, which is really exciting. If you are a continued subby, you know Rafi loves you. And if you're new to my channel, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose and it resonates, hit that subscribe button. For your actions and options this week, you got the Wheel of Fortune. I mean, look at that, right? The Wheel of Fortune is the start point. The Magician is the point at which whatever you have initiated in or with the Magician energy starts to give its results. So this could be like a positive feedback loop. You might find that this week results of things that you've already set into motion start to show up for you, and the things that you've set into motion just recently, probably with that Pisces new moon, now start to show up, now start to bear fruit, now start to give you the goods, right, in some way. This is amazing. Now, when it comes to your actions and options, I gotta be honest, the Wheel of Fortune, it just gives you a lot of luck. And the beauty of this is you're not relying on luck. You're relying on your own steam. You're using your own power. But the Magician, the Wheel of Fortune card is literally you being in the right place at the right time. If this week you are called upon to go somewhere, if you're brought into a conversation or a discussion of some sort and you think, why am I here? The universe will let it unfold for you. All right, so don't stress. This is going to be a great week for you guys. When it comes to your communications and conversations, you've got the Three of Swords. So for some of you, this is literally so when we choose one avenue, right, all of the other potential ones go away. All right, this is universal energetic law. But that being said, some of the conversations that you're likely to be having this week are about releasing things, right? So for some of you, this could be a relationship. For some of you, it could be a job. It's like whatever you're letting go of this week, you're doing so safe in the knowledge that something better or something new is going to take its place. And quite frankly, with that Magician card, you got a lot of good showing up for you this week. So for those of you that are studying in some sort of academia or at school, in some way, shape or form, this is you letting go of an idea of what the end result looks like, right? So this is basically you saying, I know I'm going to the top, but it may not be in the field that I started out with. I know I'm going to the top, but it may not look like the direction that I thought it was going in, right? So this is you really sort of pooling those inner resources to say, no, the success is there. How I get there, that may change. Great, right? That's real trust. All right, that's when you're really working in tandem with the universal construct, right? How exciting. For those of you that are employed by somebody else, this may be an idea of yours that you are, quite frankly, either not happy for it to be used in the way that it is being used, or you may decide that you want to take it elsewhere. You got to read the fine print on that, because if you're planning to leave a job, You don't, you have to check whether the idea that you had underneath that person's, or underneath that organization, you need to see whether it now belongs to them. All right. Check the fine print on stuff this week when it comes to that kind of thing. For those of you that are business owners, entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, people that work for themselves, this may be a realization that the path that you're on is the slow one, right? So the results are there. I just don't feel like it's a fast track, all right? So if you're expecting instant, I think this week could be a bit challenging for you, right? So you might have a realization this week of, okay, I know where this is going and it's going to be absolutely wonderful, but it is going to take me longer than I would have liked or longer than I expected or anticipated for. When it comes to those of you that are retired or no longer working for any reason, the Three of Swords is really asking you to let go of some aspect of your pride, because it comes right underneath the Magician card, right? And I know a lot of you are probably thinking, hang on a sec. And I mean this with no disrespect. What I mean is, this might be a time where you're having to look at things and say, okay, you know what? I'm not working. I am retired. Maybe I need to approach things differently, or maybe now I actually start needing to expend more energy in the directions of the things that you kind of got to put more foot to butt. All right, that's an easier, less long-winded way of saying it. Your love and relations, you got the Ten of Cups. Beautiful. So the Ten of Cups is the number 10. The Wheel of Fortune is also the number 10. 2 10s represents change, and it's usually big change at that. These cards coupled with the Magician card, right? That's big change in the career. Big change in the possibilities of the career and the work sphere, but also the possibility of, for some of you, maybe even working from home, or an opportunity that comes for work that you can do from home, right? So this is, could be monumental. When it comes to love, relationships and partnerships, for those of you that are married or in long-term commitments, this is lovely. That Three of Swords does suggest that you and a partner may be having talks about where you live. It also suggests you and a partner might be having conversations about one of you going back to school. So, you know what, are you going to be able to take the slack for us while I go back and get this degree? Are you going to be able to, take the slack while I work part-time so that I can get this business off the ground? There's something here where one of you is planning to take time out of full-time work potentially, so that you can do something that's going to secure the long-term future in a brighter or, more abundant way, let's say. For those of you that are single, this week, it looks like you are doing some serious inner work around what you tell yourself when it comes to relationships. So this could be as simple as a conversation that you have with a friend or with a loved one or a trusted confidant, where you say, like, actually, you know what? It would be nice to be with someone, and I think I've processed my stuff with, all the relationships that I've been in, and maybe they point something out to you and you're like, oh, okay, maybe that is the last hurdle that I need to, to get over. The fact that you've got the Ten of Cups here as well, it could be through a friend, a family member, or, maybe even a familial tie that you meet somebody. So if they try to set you up this week, be open to it, because it looks like they may have picked a winner. For your money and materials, you have the Knight of Cups. This for me is always solid offers and opportunities, right? This card always shows up when something is being offered that we can use, something that can, especially in the money sector as well. So this could, for some of you, it will literally be like a part-time work. For some of you, this will be an advancement in the work that you're doing, but there is a chance for your monetary situation to improve. When it comes to your physical health and vitality, with this card, I often say it's like your feet, your toes and your ankles, just because of the way that it shows up. It may also be for some of you as well, your lymph system. Not to say that there's an issue, but, skeletal movement helps with lymph, with the transport of lymph around the body. And then finally, when it comes to your home and environment, this week, for those of you that are single, someone could literally invite themselves over. Not necessarily a bad thing. For those of you that are partnered or married or in long-term commitments, I mean, you've got it underneath the Three of Swords. So for a select few of you, there may also be a cancellation of somebody that was supposed to come visit. All in all though, I really like this week, and I don't, you know, even with that Three of Swords, I feel like that's kind of like, it's nowhere near as rough as it could be. This looks like a really great week for you guys. With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a fantastic week. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up. Take care, and I'll see you soon.